And welcome El Paso. We're back to Local Icons. My name is Tony Aleman, and we have a very special guest with us tonight. We have the three-time Mr. El Paso Bodybuilder champion here from the Sun City, and he's with us today. So what do you guys say we bring him out? Mr. Fabian Gutierrez, come on out, please. Up here. You good? Have a seat. Let's get this interview, because I know a lot of people would benefit from learning from you. You're not just a fitness guru, but you're definitely an inspiration for everybody in El Paso.
Thank you.
And you know, let's just face it, the fitness world in El Paso is not where it could be. I think El Paso is kind of getting there slowly. There's a lot more gyms that there was, 20 years ago when I first met you. You were definitely one of my role models. When I started competing, been years.
You look good though. You look good though.
But look at you, man. You're how old are you, Fabian?
I'm 53.
53 years old. Ladies, gentlemen, does he look like a 53-year-old man? You're unbelievable, man.
Well, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
I still see you at the gym, and I look at you from far away, and I'm like, I just can't believe it, man. For years, you've maintained this physique. You're a hardworking man. On the gym, outside the gym. So there's a lot of questions that I want to ask you. This is a 12, 15-minute interview, and I know there's just not enough time, but I'm going to ask you some of the few questions that I think would benefit the city of El Paso.
Let's do it, bro. Let's do it.
Fabian, before I get going into the fitness world, where does Fabian Gutierrez come from? Where is he born and raised? What was his childhood like?
Fabian Gutierrez was born in Juarez. Came to the United States around 4 years old. I've been living here ever since. Went to high school, went to the Army, had many jobs. I ended up working for the railroad. Right now I've been with the railroad for about 23 years.
Wow.
And that's about it, bro. It's like I'm just a family guy, that likes to work out, and I'm into the health, fitness, and staying healthy and trying to be a good guy. That's about it, bro.
Man.
And whenever I can help anybody, especially when it comes to fitness, I love doing that. That's my passion. It's a God gift. It's a God-given gift that He gave to me, so I feel I have to share it.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you invited me for this, Tony. It's awesome.
Absolutely, man. It's our pleasure and it's an honor to have you here.
Thank you.
You mentioned that you've helped. I know you've helped a lot of people in El Paso.
Right.
You've been working out, training into this fitness world for how long again?
30 years. 30 years. 1990. That's when I first started, and actually got out of the Army, and then I was weighing, believe it or not, I got out of high school weighing 130 pounds.
How much do you weigh now? 130?
Right now, about 235 around there. But I got out of the Army weighing 160 pounds, and I'm 6 feet tall, so it's skinny, very super skinny. And that's why I got into bodybuilding.
Did you ever have problems because you were a skinny guy? Did you ever have, bullying issues or anything like that? I doubt it. I doubt it.
No, I'm.
There's some water if you need.
No, thank you. No, actually, never like that. But I'm old school, so us Mexicans, we have a certain belief when people bully you, and your uncles, if that's, they don't allow that. But no, for me, I just didn't like being skinny. I was too skinny.
Yeah.
6 feet tall, 130 pounds. I had girlfriends that weighed 130 pounds, so it's like, So no, it's just something that I wanted to do, and luckily I bumped into the right people that taught me how to do it, and I got passionate about it. And for me, it became a lifestyle, and that's why I'm still doing it,
Okay.
I study a lot about it, and I just love the sport in itself, and I love helping people, if they want to be helped, of course,
You said you keep talking about helping, and I want to go into your accomplishments, but because people see your physique, because people know all your accomplishments, people have approached you for help, and you're very giving and willing to do that. Give us a little bit of some of, not name necessarily, but if you'd like to mention some of the names, but I know you've helped people to lose weight, people to get toned, and even pro bodybuilders now or
Right.
fitness competitors.
Yeah, I helped like about 5 girls become pros. You know, and as a matter of fact, now a couple of them actually have competed at the Olympia at the Arnold, which is the highest pinnacle of bodybuilding. My best friend right now, the girl that trains me, Josie Zamora, IFB Pro, she's actually the first one that I helped, and that's how I learned, you know, prepping for competitions. Because there's you gotta start locally, then you go regional, and then you go nationals, and then you become a pro, and then now you're competing with the pros. And once you become a pro, then you're trying to just compete at the Olympia or at the Arnold, which is the highest level of competition. But you know, so a lot of people have approached me through the years, and I helped them out. Those that were wanting to do the work and do the diet and all stuff like that, they did very well. You know, so one thing about me is like, if you're serious about it, I will help you. You know, if you're not serious, then we're not going to get anywhere.
Yeah.
I've actually had a couple of girls that, you know, real pretty, real nice bodies and everything, but they weren't willing to do the work, and I had to kick them out. You know?
Yeah, it takes us. I'm gonna say. I mean, I've been in the realm at one point. You know, I competed for several years in the.
And I see your pictures. You look good.
Yeah,
Tom.
man.
You look good. You
My
look real
pictures.
good.
No, I'm trying to get back into it, but you know, like running a multiple project is tough. But I gave you my word last time that I was going to get back into it, and that's by the end of this year. I hope that I'm at a position where maybe next summer I can compete one more time.
Ah, easy, man. You still have a frame. It'll take a couple of months, believe it or not, a couple of months, 2-3 months to get you ready easily.
I hope so. But you were mentioning right now, you know, the people that don't really have the heart to put in. Give me a little, maybe a 2 or 3 step format for people that have never really been in shape, that want to get in shape. What is this something? Give me 2 or 3, maybe 5 steps, or pointers that they need to accomplish these fitness goals.
Okay, well, a lot of people, you know, they set their own barriers. They're worried about what other people think at the gym, you know. And trust me, nobody cares when you go to the gym. Nobody cares what you look like. Nobody cares how strong you are. Nobody cares what they're doing, you know. So don't let that be a barrier. But before that, let me back up. Before that, you gotta have the desire to want to change your body. You know what I'm saying? And there's 2 things you can do. You can change your body for a quick, like, you know, if you want a photo shoot, something like that. Or you can choose to do a lifestyle where you always look good. You know, I choose to live a healthy lifestyle. You know, I'm an older guy, so I have to.
You don't
work harder.
smoke, you don't drink.
No, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't party, I don't do none of that. I just never.
We were talking earlier. You don't even have social media.
No, I don't have no Facebook,
See, guys,
no Instagram, no none of that. Yeah.
See, I think that should be one of your pointers.
I think so.
Don't get sucked into what everybody's doing, and do you.
I think personally, you know, it's like people do that, but they do it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
You know, there's things social media is good for certain things, you know, but a lot of people get caught up on the bad aspect of it, and they lose focus of what's important, you know, and they're doing it for the wrong reasons. I've had many competitors, you know, and especially like on Instagram, you know, I'm working out hard, doing this diet, blah, 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 but they're lying. You know, they just want to put all that in there, and I'm like, why? You know, like, get it done for real. And I've told people, you know, a couple of competitors, like, hey, don't even say anything. Do the hard work. Let your body do the talking for you. Once you get up there, because that's going to show. And you know, believe it or not, the people that do it for the wrong reasons, they end up not even doing the show, or they don't do well. And then they put, well, they didn't get what I wanted. No, it's because you didn't do the work. But you know, the thing is this, and if I'm going to give some advice, is this. You gotta make the decision that you wanna make a change, whether it be short or long, preferably long, because it's for your health too. You know, it's not just for appearances. But it takes 3 months, Tony, to make a big difference. To gain weight, put in muscles a little harder, but to lose weight is very easy. You know, you got 3 body types: skinny, muscular, heavy, ectomorph, endomorph, mesomorph. And knowing those 3 body types, you know, ectomorph's a person that's kind of skinny, you know, has no muscles. And then you got the endomorph that's a little bit on the heavy side, you know, they don't have muscles, they're a little bit heavy. And then you got the mesomorph, which is muscular, but if they're not careful, they get, they get heavy. So you got to be careful how they eat. But knowing where you fall, then that's how you address your diet, that's how you address your training, okay? But the thing is, and the biggest advice I'm going to give you is that you got to make that decision, number 1. You gotta stay motivated to your goal. If you're motivated, then you'll do the diet. If you're motivated, you'll go to the gym. If you're not motivated, if you're not have that desire, it's not going to happen.
And you know what? Since you mentioned motivation, I think part of the motivation comes naturally two ways: eating correctly to get that energy, and two, looking at the first change in your body keeps that motivation.
Oh yeah,
that drive,
right?
Without
without a doubt. You see, a lot of people, it's like, a diet is really not that hard. People make it like it's incredibly hard. It's not. And you can cheat. There's ways to do the diet. Again, depending on those body types, it depends how much you could cheat. But once you make the decision, it's like when I train people, I actually give them a cheat day in the middle of the week, and then I give them another cheat day on the weekend. On the weekend. Now, I give them a cheat meal, not a cheat day. Okay, that's what a lot of people mess up. Yeah. And on the weekend is also one cheat meal, not a cheat day. Okay, because you could mess up. Believe it or not, all the work that you did in the whole week, you could mess it up just by eating bad. So it's like you gotta do everything in moderation. But again, it's like you wanna have the desire to do this, because once you have the desire, it won't be so important to eat like that, because you're craving those abs. You're craving looking a certain way. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And you gotta have that vision in your mind. I tell people, put a picture of what you wanna look like, and then let that drive you every day.
Absolutely.
Every day, and it's hard work, guys. It's hard work. There's no trick. There's no gimmick. If you wanna look good, you're in it with work or in success, you gotta put in work. You gotta embrace pain. Yeah. You gotta embrace hard work.
Pay the price.
But you see, you just gotta take the attitude that it's okay, I'm gonna do this. Once you do that, I promise you will succeed in whatever you want to do.
You mentioned, make a decision, number one. Number two, stay motivated. Yes. Keep that desire, right. To continue on. Right. Funny thing is, I thought you were gonna you're gonna talk about food and the exercise, and you totally went a different way. Which I think you're right. I mean,
well, food is important, but it's without the motivation, without the desire, you're not going to eat that food. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yes, and for everybody out there, it's like I don't know how to eat. There's so many videos on YouTube. Just go into YouTube, how to lean out, and all these videos will pop out. And just pick up the person that kind of looks like they know what they're talking about.
But without the motivation, right? There's no point.
Exactly. Yeah, but you gotta want to do it. Yeah. It's like, and another thing. Biggest thing I say, don't hang out with people. They're gonna
take
you, they take it the wrong way, because it's like you gotta hang out. It's
peer
like
pressure.
Yeah, well, it's like partying and drinking and stuff like that. It's like, you go drinking, you're gonna be tired the next day. You just want to be sleeping. You want to eat, and you gotta eat right, and you want to work out. And if you're doing more of that, then you're gonna miss out on the training, and on the eating right. So it's like hang out with people that are like-minded. Hang out with people that are gonna push you and motivate you to do the right thing and set your goals, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And follow your goals. If you're hanging out with people that don't have any goals, you're never gonna go anywhere, So anyway, yeah.
No, absolutely. I mean, I agree with you. Like I said, I thought you were gonna go talk directly into what people expect to hear, which is the diet and the training. But you're right, and people need to make a decision, and they need to make a final decision and make it a goal. Maybe even write it down, keep that, make a picture. I was telling my son not too long ago, I actually, had one of my old competition pictures, and I put it as my home screen, and it might look a little bit vain and whatnot, but it's really my drive to get back to that. That's all it is.
Part of that. It's like I have pictures when I used to compete, and believe it or not, it's like I look at that, and to me, that's a better motivation. Why? Because it's realistic. You understand? It's you. It's like you look so good on that day you took that picture, and when you look at that picture, you could look like that again, and what it takes to do it. So and you're not chasing our realistic goals. You know what I'm saying? So I feel that personally, that's like a better motivation. Than anything else. Go ahead.
I was gonna now that we touched a little bit on the videos, I want to go into your accomplishments and your competitions. But before, I want to roll this video, because we found a little video of you on YouTube. So we're gonna roll this video real quick, guys. I want you guys to check a little bit of the highlights of one of the competitions that Mr. Fabian Gutierrez landed the overall in this competition and became a champ. Let's roll this video.
Fabian Gutierrez. He's an engineer at Union Pacific Railroad. He does bodybuilding, martial arts. 44 years old.
Wow, that's all I can say, man. I've seen this video like 2 or 3 times already, and it's still, I'm still impressed, you know, and happy to have you here because you are the 3-time Mr. El Paso, and this is the Sun City.
Yeah, that's years back. Yeah, that I competed. Yeah.
Sun City bodybuilding competition or fitness competition, right?
Yes,
I think everybody knows it because it's probably the only one that's around this area.
Yeah, the Sun City. They actually have 2 now.
Oh, they have 2
Yeah,
now?
they have 2. Yeah, they have the regular Sun City, and then there's another organization that brings another one.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I want you to take us back to this video. Was this one of your first ones or this one of your last ones?
No, this was one of my second to the last competitions.
Okay.
And actually, the routine that you did, it's a funny story to that because believe it or not, it's like I did it, that routine, I had the idea of what I wanted to do, but between the morning show and then the night show, I had a 2-hour window, and I did it at that time.
That's where you did.
Yeah, and I was tired. I was so tired, and I knew I already knew how to do a couple of moves and stuff like that. The posing I didn't worry about, but it's putting it together with the music.
Yeah.
I had to choreograph it. And anyway, so I'm doing it, and it looked pretty good. Halfway, I got lost. So, but you can't tell because nobody knew. Yeah, so I freestyled and it turned out to be okay. But yeah, anyway, on that particular night, I won the heavyweight competition. I won the overall. So you got the winners of the lightweight, middleweight, right? Light heavies and the heavies competing, and you get the best of that. So I ended up winning the heavyweight, and I competed for the overall, and I won that. I also entered the masters category, and I won that. And then, because of that routine of that video that you saw, I won also the best poser.
So you got like 4 trophies that night.
Yeah. So yeah.
How many titles do you have overall?
Well, I got 3 Mr. El Pasos, but I mean, overall, I probably have like 13 first place trophies and about 2 seconds. I got beat twice. I got 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I didn't like it, but you know.
Hey, but you know what? I think falling into a second or a third makes you realize.
No. Yeah.
And accept, your weaknesses or something you need to work on.
No. And the guys that came up, they look better than me. They look better, and you gotta.
See, that's good sportsmanship.
No.
There's people that will claim that the judges knew.
No, I would have given them the win. They deserve the win.
That's awesome.
But that was the first time that I didn't get a first place, and I'm like, oh man. But anyway, I mean, yeah, it's good enough.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And going back to the people that you helped, who would you like to mention or brag about?
Well, I like to brag about my best friend Josie Zamora. She's my best friend. She's a loyal friend. Loyalty is so important to me. Honesty. And so she's a pro. At 2010, that's when she got her first, when she first got a pro card. As a matter of fact, she did the junior nationals, okay? And there were about 150 women at that competition. It was in the bigger category. And she won her division. and then she won and won the overall. So she ended up being about 150 girls that night. And our junior nationals was actually a big show. And so she
Where was this at?
This was in Chicago. Chicago, yeah. So I'm super proud of her. You know, she's actually my training partner right now. She helps me work out. You know, I got her, my friend Beto, Albert Valdez, who helped me. They inspired me. They're the ones that push me. I'm always pushing everybody, you know, but they're the ones that push me. And I'm glad I have them there. I'm so blessed to have them in my life because they mean so much to me. They help me, you know, the coach needs motivation too. You know what I'm saying? And no, so Josie Zamora is and Albert Valdez. Albert Valdez, as a matter of fact, he competed in nationals. He almost got his pro card the first time around. It's like, as a matter of fact, I have a saying that you gotta get lean like Albert, you know, Albert Valdez lean, because that guy is so dedicated, you know. Josie's so dedicated too, and they inspire me. Yeah. Even though they come to me so I can tell them how to look, you know, and they listen to me, but they're the ones that push me and motivate me to keep going. You know?
That's good, Fabian. Just like every sport, people that don't know this sport, there's pieces to the puzzle,
right,
and you need to perfect or get good at all of them. There's people that have amazing size, but that still haven't mastered the cleaning process or the tightening process, right?
Right.
And there's people that are, like you said, Albert, he's, you know, I guess, I'm assuming he gets super lean.
Oh, super lean.
And,
right,
you know, there's people that know how to do that just, you know, quite right, man. It's awesome that you have, you know, people like that to continue motivating yourself. Big question, and maybe my second to last question.
Okay.
Will we ever see Fabian on stage again?
Probably not, guys. Probably not.
You guys need to convince him, because you need to see this guy on stage again. 53, man. You can do it till 65.
No, you know what? Actually, I was looking at competitions, but I have some surgeries that I need to get done that prevent me from lifting a heavier weight.
Okay.
And at my age, also, I need to lift heavy, but I need surgery on my knees. I have a herniated disc. Believe it or not, I think I have a herniated disc on my neck. I have 2 hernias. And I just work around all my injuries. So those are the things that kind of keep me from lifting heavy. And if I could go back in time, actually, I wouldn't lift as heavy as I did, you know, back in the day. Because I just did it for so long. I did that for so long that I had all these injuries and I didn't even realize I had them. Until one day I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that.
Well, let's clear that up, because women have this, I guess, this myth or stereotype, you know, that if they lift weights, they're gonna get extremely buff and that they're curvy. That's not true.
That's not true.
You need to clarify to them.
Okay, no. Now remember, we have those 3 body types: skinny, muscular, heavy, right? Ectomorph, endomorph, mesomorph. But you know, you lift weights and you do a diet. If you want to lose body fat or put on muscle, then you approach it on that level. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different thing if you're trying to put on weight, and it's a different thing if you're trying to lean out. Now, to lean out, the biggest thing you gotta do, and I'll say real quick, real quick advice: stay away from the sugar, stay away from the breads, don't overeat, and try not to have carbs at night. The last meal or last 2 meals, don't eat carbs. And what are carbs? Potatoes, rice, you know, sweet potatoes, oatmeal, No, bread, you shouldn't even eat bread. If you're trying to lean out, you're either in fat burning zone or you're not, okay? You're either going burning fat, or you're not, or you're staying the same. So, but if you want to burn fat, you gotta stay away from the bread, stay away from the sugar, do not overeat, okay? And that includes, you can't eat a whole chicken, right? And it's lean, right? But if you eat the whole chicken,
it's appropriate.
you're still gonna put on bad weight. So anyway, but to put on muscle, depending on your body type, then you gotta eat that weight too. You know what I'm saying? So of course, a heavier guy, he has to be more strict on his calories, more strict on all that, but he has to have that protein, he has to have those, and I tell everybody like this, all your meals should have protein, all your meals should have vegetables, they should have salads, and then carbs would be for your first meal and your second meal.
That's it.
Okay, carbs being oatmeal, sweet potato, rice, any kind of rice, any kind of type of potato. And protein, you have, you got your fish, your chicken, your eggs, your lean beef, lean pork, but you know, mostly the eggs, the chicken, the fish are the ones that are gonna lean you out the most. Now cardio is 20 seconds. I'm gonna give you a quick tip, okay? 20 second sprints. You do 20-second sprints, full blast, 90% to 100. You catch your breath for about 2 or 3 minutes. Catch your breath, I said it right.
Wow.
Okay? Because people think, well, I'll just keep on going. Well, when you do that, do the sprints and you do 6 repetitions of 20 seconds and you got 2 or 3 minute rest in between to catch your breath, then what that does, it releases GH. GH is a hormone in your body that burns fat and grows muscle. Okay, when you see the sprinters, how do the sprinters look that do a 100-yard dash? All muscular and lean, right? Because they're doing a short little sprint.
Spurts.
Now you got the long distance runners that are doing a 10 miles, marathons. How they look?
Yeah.
Kind of skinny, right?
Skinny and not tight.
Yeah, but the reason is because they're bringing up a hormone that's called a cortisol. Because their body's saying stop, right? But then they're not stopping, so they're stressing their body. So then cortisol is released, and that's where it burns up their muscle. Wow. So you want to be over here where you're doing the sprints. So I would advise Monday, Wednesday, Friday, do some sprints, 20-second guys. You're gonna do 6 reps of that. If you can't do that, guys, you really don't want to do it. But I promise you that right there actually helps you burn fat for about 24 to 48 hours.
Jesus.
Okay, it's a quick way to do it. Now, if you're eating right and doing the cardio, you're gonna burn fat like that.
That's interesting, man.
Yeah.
And you know what? Even though I competed, 5, 6 competitions, Toronto, Miami, and Juarez, I never did El Paso. I'm learning a lot just in this conversation with you. Because the things that I accomplished were because I had a guide, I had mentors, mainly from Juarez, friends of mine, and I'm learning so much. So because of this, and I was mentioning that because we actually have a future project that we've been talking to Fabian, and so you're gonna see more of Fabian in the upcoming episodes. We're gonna be launching an athletes or sports segment where Fabian's gonna be our trainer. So you guys need to stay tuned. Fabian, once again, man,
Tony,
thank you so much for
you.
being here, my man, and extremely excited and happy that you're from this city and you have a lot to teach. And anybody that's interested in reaching out to Fabian, look down below. We're gonna put his contact information. So I'll see you guys next time.
All right, thanks, Tony.